Horoscope of Osweiler. Dominant features. Most of the planets below the skyline indicates an introverted nature of a person, who tends to see the world subjectively and tries to self-realize in the private life. These people find their inner life very important. The cluster of planets on west side stresses collectivism, sociability, an ability to cooperate, but also greater tendency to be influenced and bigger dependence on others' opinions. Prevalence of earth element is a sign of pragmaticality and rationality. Such people usually prefer material areas from the abstract ones, and they are also quite critical towards life and the situations it brings. They are naturally sober. Lack of planets creating 60 degrees angles with each other, 60 degrees equals sextile. Productivity is decreased and we may feel like our activities are futile and useless. The rising sign, ascendant, in Virgo indicates brightness, critical thinking, practicality, carefulness, resourcefulness and rational behavior. These people feel the need to look skillful, useful and healthy. Inclination to anxiety and cunningness. They perceived the world as a large gym in which they can exercise their techniques and improve themselves. These people like activities associated with self-reflection, introspection, work, exercise, learning and purification, and they also possess the sense of detail. They may give the impression of being skeptical, clever and careful. Strong influence of the sign of Capricorn indicates ambitiousness, diligence, devotion, elaborateness, responsibility and objectiveness. The nature is usually focused on keeping discipline in general. Sense of responsibility and the ability to concentrate on a specific aim. These people can quickly tell what's real and what's not. Economy, authoritativeness. In a worse case, bossiness, mistrustfulness, lack of mercy, thoughtlessness, aloofness, gloominess, depression. Emphasized 4. House indicates great fantasy, patriotism, interest in family and the past, traditionality, rural life, shyness, obscurantism and the aversion towards crossing borders. The dominant role in the life of such a person will be played by the experience connected with discovering one's roots as well as with one's inner life, family and home. Emphasized 5. House indicates spontaneousness, creativity, self-confidence, exhibitionism, selfishness or the feeling of superiority. The dominant role in the life of such a person will be played by the experience associated with the development of one's creative potential and personal expression, for example, by means of children, erotica, art, entertainment, fun or sport. Dominant Sun indicates self-confident, energetic and proud behavior. Such a person dislikes to subordinate and likes to be in charge. Need to be in the limelight. Playfulness, theatricality, creativity but also the inability to accept criticism, a sensitive ego and tendency to overestimate oneself. Retrograde Mars turns the energy inwards. Aggression may be suppressed, which results in frustration or unexpected bouts of anger. Action against natural instincts. The desire for conquering and the competitiveness are suppressed. Mercury as Epimetheus. It rises and sets after the sun, represents careful, moderate, decisive and selective thinking restricted by traditions, the past and paragons. Tendency to synthesize and search for the true meaning of things. Venus burnt, close to the sun, represents subordination of emotions and senses to the personal goals. Emotions are controlled willingly. Birth during the waxing crescent influences creativity, self-confidence, progressivity and dynamics. Intense desire to leave a trace in the world or to impress. Sometimes obsession with the fight against the old and the past in general.